I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Yo, I'm the
Oh, so I didn't tell you the format.
No, you didn't.
Sanitary Handshake. Have you heard any of them?
I have not heard any of them.
We're fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figure, right? I've already hit record.
Which is good.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's cool.
I fucking know what I'm doing here, Steve. Jesus.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes I'll throw it out to a phone call from the audience.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that.
Which is fun to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got the technology. We can certainly do that and plug them right through the board. Yeah.
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 It's fun.
This is a rare treat for me because it's so rare. Like I record often, hours a week, but it's usually me at the helm.
Yeah.
It's very rare I get to be a guest on someone else's podcast. So this is a nice treat for me.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it. Welcome to Sanitary Handshake.
Well, don't we have to actually do a handshake?
Well, doctor.
Oh.
I'm going to have to teach you the Sanitary Handshake.
Oh, all right.
As a fellow doctor.
Yes.
Okay, this is the Sanitary Handshake.
All right.
How fucking sanitary was that?
That was very sanitary.
I'm leaving in the pause, too.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that. I figured it was going to be something like this.
It's sanitary.
Right? I don't know why they have to hold their hands up like. Is that how doctors dry their hands?
Yeah, they
hold
wash
them
their
up?
hands, they hold them up like this.
Right.
And that's the, nurse put the gloves on me.
Oh,
Right?
okay, yeah. I like it. All right. Well, so we just had that.
try that
handshake.
again. Let's try
All
that
right.
again.
Boom, 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 boom. Gee. All right. It's 4. I thought there was 5.
Gloves, guns.
Yeah, gloves and guns. All right. Boom, boom, gloves, guns. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to Sanitary Handshake.
Oh, thank you.
Mark Splude is with me today.
Hi there.
Of the Pludecast.
I'm of that.
Yeah, check it out. How many mediums are you on with the Pludecast?
I think all of them. I don't. I personally upload to SoundCloud that feeds iTunes, and then Wifey does some other kind of magic that puts it on Podbean.
Nice.
Pretty much anywhere you find your shit.
I listen to you on SoundCloud, but I do have Podbean, which would probably be more convenient for me.
Yeah, probably.
For the sorting method.
Yeah, listening to a podcast on SoundCloud is horseshit. I'm always amazed at how many people actually listen on SoundCloud because you can't scroll, you can't skip 30 seconds.
Yeah,
right? You have to grab the whole track. And
you have to
scroll it.
grab it and pull it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking ass.
It is weird, and sometimes it's hard to find your spot back again. And sometimes I even use the waveform to figure out what part I missed, or like if somebody starts talking to me while I'm listening, and then I go, I gotta go back, I missed something.
Yeah, to that spot right there specifically. Right. Yeah, they finally have the you can download them now, which is nice. You couldn't in the past. So that makes it a little easier on SoundCloud. But yeah, man, I'm on all the fucking platforms.
Yeah, I like Podbean because you can sort like oldest to newest.
Right. Yeah.
I prefer that. I like to listen to things in order.
I guess you could call me Tim Apple because I'm I'm an Apple kind of guy, man. I'm on everything I listen to is iTunes podcast.
That's delightful.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that company? Martin and no, not Martin. Lockheed and Martin.
Yes.
He did the same thing. We're talking about Trump here recently called Tim Scott, CEO of Apple, Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
And he also recently called Madeline Stowe or whatever the hell, or not Stowe, that's an actress.
That's an actress. Yeah.
It's Madeline something or other. I can't remember her last name now, but she is one of the CEOs or partners of Lockheed and Martin.
Oh, okay.
Called her Marilyn Lockheed.
Nice.
Because she's with Lockheed and Martin. She must be the Lockheed of the two.
Absolutely.
Right.
Stephen Handshake.
Just like, yeah. I would be Stephen Handshake.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what he would call me. I don't know. I'll have him on my show, see what he calls me.
Oh, Mark Spludecast.
Can you imagine? Well, Mark Maron got a fucking president. Why not me?
I just want to thank Mark Spludecast.
Tim Apple. I fucking love that, though. That's great. I love it.
Heard Jim Norton and Sam Roberts talking about it just a couple days ago. And they were like, oh, yeah, remember how we want to honor Mr. General Electric for... all of their advances in technology.
I bet you they had a good bit about it.
Yeah,
I fucking love Jimmy Norton.
They laughed at him for a while. Yeah, Jim Norton's hilarious.
Yeah,
and Sam Roberts is funny in a different way.
I haven't heard their show.
No,
I listened to Jim is on the UFC Unfiltered podcast.
Oh yeah,
with Matt Serra, Another like fighting deal, right?
Okay, cool.
He's fucking great on that. He's great on everything he does, man. It's Jim Norton.
Jim Norton's hilarious.
Yeah.
I got into him starting with Opie and Anthony. I've been listening to Opie and Anthony. There's loads of clips on YouTube, so I've just been binging on it.
Nice.
It's my favorite thing to listen to at work is just binge on some Opie and Anthony. And Jim Norton's actually been with them for like
Forever.
a long time.
Yeah.
Like half of the Opie and Anthony show was also with Jim Norton.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was never mentioned, though. You know, it wasn't.
right. He's never mentioned in
no.
the title. Even Jim Norton doesn't go Opie and Anthony with Jim Norton.
Yeah.
He goes, tune into Opie and Anthony.
Yeah. Little Jimmy might be on there.
Little Jimmy.
Yeah. Little Jimmy might be on there.
Little Yimmy.
Yeah. Little Jimmy.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. And, but yeah, he was on for a long, long time. And I was always just like, who is this hilarious guy?
Yeah.
And every now and then, it was usually Anthony would just crack up laughing at something Jimmy said, and he'd just go, "Oh my God, Jim Norton!" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And then you get to know his voice after a while, and then I'm just like, "This guy's fucking hilarious." And then Arif Hussein said that he had a couple of specials out, so I was like, "Well, I have to see those because he's hilarious on Opie and Anthony."
Yeah.
And sure enough, his stand-up is fucking killer.
Yeah. That one he put out in was it I think it was 2017. Mouthful of Shame.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible special.
funny.
I honestly put that, and 2017 was a crazy fucking year for specials. That's in my top 5 that year.
Yeah, same
and that's
here.
saying quite a fucking bit.
His, Norm Macdonald's,
Yes.
and one of the Dave Chappelle ones.
Yeah.
But not all of them. Sorry.
Not all of them.
Sorry, Dave Chappelle.
I didn't, that's funny you bring that up, man. His most recent double drop there that had Bird Revelation in it. Mm-hmm. Everyone I talked to loved the Bird Revelation more. I was the other way. I like the first one.
I was also the other way.
Yeah, where he does that punchline and then tells the joke backwards, man. There's just something, man, that was some high level comedy. I liked Bird Revelation, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I enjoyed the first one a lot more.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Very funny. Where else are we going here? Oh, yeah, Jimmy Norton. So then what happened is also Sam Roberts, which the show now is no longer Opie and Anthony. Anthony Cumia's got his own show.
Yeah.
He was doing it with Artie Lang, but I don't know if that's still a thing. But Cumia's still doing it.
I don't know if you'd get Artie on a regular basis to do fucking anything other than cocaine.
I don't think you're heroin. I don't think you do.
No.
Which is a shame.
He's a goddamn hero.
I think he's also possibly largely the reason why Crashing has not been picked up for the next season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do tell. What do you mean? Why?
I was just announced, I think, yesterday by Twitter from, big doofy guy, that star of the show.
Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
RF sitting in his room right now screaming, "It's fucking Pete Holmes, you idiot! Fucking Pete Holmes!"
How do you watch the show? You can't say you're a fan of the show if you don't know who Pete Holmes is.
Thank you. Come again.
And now I'm going to be called a racist for
Oh,
doing the accent wrong.
What the fuck were we just saying?
Crashing. It's canceled.
Crashing, yeah. Actually, I just it's canceled because Artie Lang's not coming back. Is that the story?
No, I'm speculating.
Oh, I see.
Pete Holmes said that Crashing has not been picked up for the next season.
No shit.
And he announced that on Twitter, I think yesterday or the day before. And he did not state the reason.
Yeah.
I'm speculating that the reason is partly because of Artie Lang and his unpredictability. And there was, they did say there was a lot of difficulty shooting with him for the current season because of his drug use and the nose and.
Yeah, his nose really. That blew up.
It's gone.
It's definitely gone.
It's gone.
I just saw Pete Holmes on.
They had to rebuild his nose. His nose looks different in every scene.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and they had to shoot around him or shoot from behind him and stuff a lot, and just. I guess it was just a real mess to try and shoot with him, and so I'm speculating. I don't know if he's the reason it was canceled, but I know there were some difficulties there, and I could see how executives might go, this is too much of a hassle.
Yeah, he's a liability.
Yeah.
I just watched Pete Holmes on Hot Ones. You ever watch that show?
Yes.
On YouTube? I fucking love that show, man.
Yeah, Hot Ones is great. I love the host, Sean.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he's...
Not only can he hold his own with some hot stuff.
Oh, can he?
But he manages to still hit the questions. He does his research too. Like he
Big time.
knows his.
He
guest.
digs deep. He's not asking like stupid, surface questions. He's digging fucking deep.
Yeah, he knows his guest.
Yeah,
before
absolutely.
they show up, which is fucking awesome.
Did you see this Pete Holmes one?
No, I haven't seen the Pete Holmes one yet.
Pete Holmes handled it it'll surprise you.
Yeah?
It'll surprise. I watched Bill Burr first,
I love Billy Burr.
and then I watched Pete Holmes. Man, just two such different responses to the heat. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Bill had a tough time.
Yes, he did.
He had to walk some of it off.
Yeah,
It was
that kind of surprised me.
me too.
I thought he was going to be a little tougher.
Yeah, me too. And but Pete,
That's just a little heat,
yeah. Hey, I gotta
just some heat, huh?
I gotta walk around. Right? But the worst of it for Bill was he was talking shit first. Well, what the fuck is it? When do we get to the hot stuff? What is this? Your grandmother make that? Cutting fucking promos on him, and then he got into the bomb.
Yeah.
Once you hit the bomb, it gets fucking real.
That was great. I really enjoyed that. My buddy Rob Pettipaw, I don't know if he's growing anything now, but he was growing hot peppers.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he had a line where he could get the Carolina Reaper.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he had grown some of them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Did you have it? Did you try it?
Yeah, I tried it.
Yeah. Do you like hot stuff? Or are you
Love
hot
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So do I.
Love
But do you pay for it now? How old are you, Steve?
42.
Yeah, I'm 43. I've always loved hot stuff, but now I still eat it. Man, I suffer the next day.
Yeah?
Big time. We had hot wings.
Stomach or out the other end?
Yeah, both. Yeah. Yeah. We had hot wings Thursday night, and Friday was sheer pain, man. I was in the bathroom 4 times before I got
that's a shame.
out the door for work. It was rough.
So 43 is the time for that, is it?
Yeah, I think you got a few months left, and that'll be it.
That's all I got. I have till July to really lock this
That's
down.
right. Your birthday's in July as well.
Yeah.
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 I love that show though. Hot Ones. Great fucking
It's so
format.
awesome.
love that
I
program.
love that the host follows them the whole way, and he still manages to hold an interview really well.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah,
He's
he really is. I love that show.
So Rob and I, sometimes Rob will get this ridiculously hot peppers, and then we'll just eat one
Nice.
and spend like 10 minutes in his kitchen suffering, for our own hilarity, and then we'll make fun of each other. But
What do you use to recover?
Nothing. We do the challenge. The challenge is
Afterburn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't. The challenge is don't. See if you can last 5 minutes without bread, milk, any of
Those two things are bullshit.
the soothing
There is one cure.
methods.
There is one cure. I'll tell you a quick little story.
Okay.
So in Ontario, there is a franchise there called Wild Wing. Great fucking franchise, man. Like 72 different flavors of wing. That's their specialty wings. We took a trip one day to Wild Wing before they opened up in the town we were in. We took a little road trip, wifey and I, to this Wild Wing. It was a long fucking time ago, 15 years ago. And go in there, looking at the menu, they have one that's called the Wild Wing. And you actually have to sign a waiver to eat this motherfucker.
Okay.
Right? So, of course, that's what I'm ordering, right? I got the suicide first, so I had a meal because I knew this was just going to be suffering. It's going to be more of a challenge than a meal.
Yeah, they used to do that at Peppers too. There was a wings challenge, and it was I believe the ghost pepper was the final one.
Oh, okay.
But you had to sign a waiver to do that one too.
Yeah, and there's a good reason why you sign these waivers. So they bring over 10. Of course, they bring you 10, right? Because you paid for it.
Yep.
They bring it over, and I eat one very quickly. And the owner stands there. So, I got to sign the waiver before that. The owner stands there and watches you eat it to see, how far you can go. So I eat the first one immediately. I eat the second one just as quickly, but I can't finish it because I can't swallow anymore. My throat closed up. My chest it felt like it was caving in. Medically, I could not have eaten anymore. I couldn't drive home after this, Steve. Like, I thought if I could have been able to speak, I would have told my wife to bring me to the hospital immediately. I thought I was going to
Do you know
die.
what pepper it was?
I don't. I don't have any information on it. We could probably look it up, though. Anyway, the owner watched me suffer for a while. He's laughing. And he's saying, I've never seen anyone eat more than one. And he's laughing, and I'm dying.
Never seen anyone eat more than one.
Never seen anyone.
I wonder what pepper he has. I
don't
wonder
know.
if it's the Reaper.
Man, it closed my throat. Like, medically closed my fucking... I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. And all I could do while he was laughing at me and actually congratulating me for getting past one, I just started banging on the fucking table. And he realized, okay, this guy's in trouble.
Wow.
So he brings me over a couple sugar packets. He says, just dump it in your mouth.
It's sugar is the trick.
Sugars. I dumped the sugar packet in.
Never
Immediately,
tried that one.
It immediately stopped what was happening in my mouth, right away. Stopped all the burn. But it didn't, help me with my chest, with my throat, anything like that. I'm not kidding you. I had to have the wife drive home because afterwards I was shaking like a leaf. Like I had just been through some kind of traumatic experience. Like my body was like literally shaking. And then I made the giant mistake, even though I washed my hands thoroughly. I made the giant mistake in the passenger seat driving home of just wiping my right eyelid just a little bit.
I already know what happens
20
next.
minutes, Steve. 20 minutes of just sheer hell.
Yep.
Man, that was a tough experience. But the whole point of that story is sugar. A sugar packet is what cured me there.
Sugar.
Sugar.
See, I've never heard this one.
I had never heard about it before or since. Strangely. But yeah,
Interesting.
Sugar is what worked that day.
Well, this makes me curious. I would have to try that next time we do our ridiculous pepper challenge.
Yeah, do your afterburn, right? But then say, okay, let's try the sugar.
Yeah, because it still burns for a while after once you finally calm down from it.
Yeah.
But-
Did you ever try one of those chips? That one chip challenge? You remember that was going around a few years ago?
Was it the one where it was you didn't know which one was hot?
Not that one. That was the roulette. The Doritos
Yeah, it was
came
the
out with the
Doritos
roulette.
roulette.
I love those too. I
Those
bought a
were
lot
all
of
right,
those.
but
Yeah.
I didn't find them all that hot.
Is that right? Every now and again, you'd get one that would fucking just rock your world.
I never did. I ate 3 bags of those things and never had an issue.
Yeah, I think the what I hated about it most is the inconsistency because I've had bags too where there were nothing special in them.
Yeah, I was always like waiting for the one that was gonna hurt me. But
Yeah, that's why you play, right? You
Yeah.
wanna get shot in the fucking head.
yeah, in that case you do.
Yeah, but no, this was just they sold them in just a little chip bag, and it was just a single chip in there, and the challenge was to finish that chip, and then to film the hilarity that
yeah,
ensues.
of
right?
course.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hear about that being a foodie, and you're on YouTube quite a bit.
Yeah, but no, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah,
Can I still get that? Is that still a thing?
I don't know, but if it is,
What brand is it?
We should do it.
I will totally do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this was just like a specialty deal. Like I said, it was just like a tiny little package with one chip inside of it. Yeah, we'll research it and we'll have to do that.
Yeah,
film it.
if you can find it, I'll gladly do that and film it.
All right, we're going to do that in the future.
I learned the hard way as well. I got 3 stories for you. I'll make them quick because
Beautiful.
whatever.
Hey,
We
this
just
is your show, bud.
talk about
Make it long if you want.
fucking maybe whatever.
Yeah, I'm just going to kick back and relax. I'm a guest this time. It's beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You can sit back. I'll take the helm for a bit here.
Yeah.
All these stories involve Rob. He's my pepper guy.
Right.
One time we pepper sprayed ourselves by accident. Basically, we gas bombed ourselves. We got these super hot peppers, and Rob didn't want them to go bad because we used some of them, but we had too many. So he froze them. He put them in a bag, and he froze a few of them.
Right.
I can't remember which ones they were. They were habaneros or hotter. Put them in the microwave to defrost them because we were going to cook again another day. So we're watching a film. I was just putting together a new computer, so we were building my computer in the living room while we watched this awful movie. I can't remember what it was called, but nothing happened in it, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So we're watching this fucking horrible movie. We're building a computer, and then the microwave beeps, and we go, "Oh, sweet, that's our hot peppers. We can keep cooking now." We were also filming a cooking show at the time.
Right.
Back when I was doing that still.
Yeah.
So we both go into the kitchen.
I enjoyed those. I did take in a lot of those.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
I watched
glad.
many episodes of those.
We should do more of those.
Yeah, they were fun.
Pack a lunch, by the way.
That's right,
people.
Pack a Lunch.
Pack a lunch on
Yeah.
YouTube. So we both go into the kitchen, and as soon as we stepped in the room, we went. And the whole kitchen was like a gas bomb. We couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
We had like it was. You ever breathe in a Kool-Aid packet before
Yeah.
pouring it into by
Yeah.
accident? You just mean to smell it, but then you go, and it
Yeah.
all goes up
You get
into
that
your,
dust in there, and yeah.
and then your lungs are filled with Kool-Aid dust.
Yeah.
It's not magical.
But this is exactly what I was talking about, how it locks up your throat,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
We couldn't breathe. We literally could not breathe for a moment, and we were just like,
Yeah. Panic.
and so we had to get out of the room, and we
And
went.
the pepper was still in the microwave at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what people don't realize about microwaves is they actually exhaust themselves out the front.
Yes,
Right?
Had,
So all that's
had
go-
we opened
Jesus.
it, we who knows?
Yeah.
It would have been worse though.
Yeah.
So we went outside for maybe 10 minutes. We came back inside and it was still not breathable. We were like, we can't even open that microwave. We can't do it. So that was...
This is in Rob's apartment?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so we could not... We just had to stay away for like a half an hour.
Right.
And then we were finally able to go finish the show. So that was one incident.
Right.
Next incident, this one was habaneros. We were cutting them up real small and sprinkling them all over a pizza we were making.
Oh, dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just hanging out, me, him, and his wife, and we were just watching movies and shit and joking around.
Sure.
And
his wifey, was she into the hot stuff too?
no, we made
okay.
her
Separate pizza.
her own separate
Yeah.
thing without the habaneros on it. And so she got to laugh at both of us because Rob had a little bit too much of the habanero and ended up on the floor with gut rot, just going, I'm not feeling good. We overdid it. And I'm sweating profusely, and I had forgot to wash my hands. I was the one who cut them.
Big mistake.
And so I went to wipe both of my eyes.
Oh, no.
Like this way. And they're just instant fucking puffy eyes and just gushing.
Oh, yeah.
Gushing tears. My shirt was soaked. My plate with my slices of pizza on it, just puddles.
Nice.
And I could not see. I was actually blind for a good 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Rob's wife had to lead me to the bathroom to flush my eyes out with water because I couldn't see my way around.
Jesus.
And I was just like going to knock stuff over. So she had to lead me there and help. Thanks, Nikki. And so that was hilarious.
Draining your fucking your tear ducts.
Yeah, and I went to open mic night later and people thought I had gotten into a fight. My eyes were just red and puffy, and
Yeah.
I was like, no. They're like, are you having an allergic reaction to something? I was like, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I love when I'm watching Hot Ones and you see someone touch their face like halfway through.
Yeah.
Anywhere on their face. And then like seconds later, they
It's
start
like,
mentioning
oh,
it.
no, don't do it.
Dude,
Don't
my
do
eye's
it.
burning. Yeah, you just touched your fucking eye, dummy. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
do not touch anything.
I would be
If you
bringing
can help
some wet ones with me if I was going to be on Hot Ones.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Keep the hands clean.
Always wash your hands, yo. There was another time I forgot to wash my hands, and I went home after an evening at Rob's, and I will admit,
Yeah,
I
we got
delved
friendly with Stevie.
delved into a little bit of the pornography late at night before bedtime.
Yeah.
And I forgot to wash my hands there after the peppers.
You got tugging a little bit.
I did some things. And let's just say that it wasn't the best night for Stevie.
It was extra hot pepperoni.
It was extra hot. Hot rod.
I've done that too. I've done that too. Just taking a leak afterwards. You know,
It's terrible.
terrible. But yeah, actually going into the masturbation where you're rubbing it all over
The
the
whole
shaft.
thing was very,
Oh boy,
it hurt a lot for a long time.
Jeez, that's rough.
Yeah, I did not sleep that night.
Any discoloration when that happens?
I didn't notice any,
Right.
but I'm sure it was red.
Sure. Well, those are great stories, Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So watch what you're doing. Wash your fucking hands,
Yeah,
people.
you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. You know what I like when it comes to hot stuff, man? I love it if it tastes good. I don't like hot just for the sake of hot. I don't want you to just fucking blow my mouth up.
No, I'm with you there.
I
That's
like
why
flavor,
I
you know.
prefer habaneros to like the Reaper. Like the Reaper is fucking hot and it's
Yeah.
ridiculous, but it doesn't have quite the flavor that habaneros do or jalapenos.
Yeah, I love jalapenos and habaneros. I also love Frank's hot sauce. And I know it's kind of weak. It doesn't, really rate on the hot stuff. But I just love the flavor of Frank's.
Yeah, and like sriracha, I like the flavor of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
see, I don't care for sriracha. I'm not a sriracha. No, wifey loves sriracha. I'm not big on it. I
Not
want
super hot, but
I'm
I like
Frank.
the flavor of it.
Yeah, I'm a Frank guy all the way.
Frank's
Yeah.
hot sauce.
Frank and raw jalapenos I love.
Yeah.
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 Like in an omelet, a burger, and fuck just about anything.
Yeah, those are the ones Rob and I usually put in stuff.
Yeah. Jalapenos.
And jalapenos. Jalapenos are nice.
Yeah.
Both very different flavors and a very different kind of burn.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jalapeno's probably the easiest burn, I think, to handle.
Yeah, they're one of the weaker ones.
Yeah, because it gets hot immediately, but there's no real afterburn. Like
No, it goes
just-
away quick, and
yeah,
it's
it
an
levels right
internal burn. There's then habaneros are way, way hotter. But they've also got an outer burn. If you start sweating, then you start feeling it like a sunburn on your skin.
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
If you sweat enough. It depends how much you've eaten, right?
Yeah. If you go deep and start sweating a lot, then your skin starts turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
My
so then
asshole's
you get
puckered just thinking about
Two
it.
kinds of burns right there.
Do you get the next day afterburn on the way out, or is your body able to process it still?
I've been okay so far.
Yeah.
Been okay so far.
Yeah, I'm burning Ring of Fire every time now. I pay for it every single time. I still do it, but I pay for it every fucking time now.
Yeah, when I get to that point, maybe I'll slow
Can we
down
fucking
on
swear on here? Is that I mean, this is your show.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
making
yeah.
assumptions.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I don't think I was going to keep it clean anyway, Steve. It's a lot to ask for me, you know.
Nah.
I'm not one of these clean comics, you know. Well, I'm doing this show, so I'll just not be myself. I'm not,
I could work clean, but I don't like to.
no.
I like, and
What's
I don't
the
even.
point?
I don't even always swear on stage.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But I like that I'm allowed to.
Yeah. For me, I think, like, I don't, I don't add them on purpose or anything. I just, if whatever comes out, comes out. Like, I don't write it in there
Same
specifically.
here.
Yeah, but I'm myself and I swear often.
Yeah, yeah, same here.
Yeah. To me, a clean set, if I were to do it, it'd be phony. It's not who I am, and it's not really my comedy.
Yeah,
I
same
get
here.
why people do it, right? But not for me.
Well, they do it for gigs.
They do it for gigs, for money, for fame.
and for for fame.
Everyone's doing it for fame.
or to
baby.
get like a certain sponsorship or appeal to certain types of audiences.
Yeah, fuck those audience. That's what I say.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. I don't think I write swears into my act.
Well, not unless it's specific.
Yeah.
Right? I have
Yeah, it
before
would have to be
because it's a
specific.
specific word that needs to be there for that reason,
Right.
whatever.
Right. But I like to have the right to just kind of go, fuck it.
Are you writing things down like when you're doing? And this sounds like a fucking Spludecast. What's your process of writing? But I don't know if you and I have ever talked about that. Do you sit down with the intention of writing comedy, and that's how you're writing comedy, or how's the new material coming to you? How do you process?
No,
it?
mine always comes to me either I think of something funny just out of nowhere, and then I will text it to myself.
Nice.
Or in very much the same manner, I'm out with some friends or whatever, and we're in conversations, and then I blurt out something that makes everyone laugh or makes myself laugh.
Yeah.
And then I do the same thing. I text it to myself,
Right.
and then I write something around it later.
So then later you'll flesh that out.
Yeah, later
Yeah.
I'll look in my phone and go, oh, look at all these drunk text messages I sent myself.
Yeah, right.
Actually, some of these are kind of funny, or some of them are a good premise, or
Yeah.
or
Do you,
whatever, and I'll
okay,
work
so
from there.
so this is interesting because we talked on my show about your cannabis use and you don't smoke it anymore. That's where I get a lot of my creativity. That's where a lot of the funny stuff comes to me when I'm on cannabis. But you drink often enough, I would say.
Yeah, I like
So do you get that?
I like to have a delicious IPA.
Right. So do you get that creative juice from the booze?
I wouldn't say I get it from the booze because I do the same thing when I'm sober.
Right.
If I'm with the right people in the right circumstances and something funny comes out of my mouth,
Sure.
I text myself immediately because I know I'll forget it later.
Right.
I don't know if it comes out more often or easier.
Easier. I like that
Easier.
word. Yeah.
I just overcomplicated a word.
Oh no, I like it that there's an R in there now. We're keeping that fucking R.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. We're easy going here. Sunday morning. Yeah,
I love
but-
recording on Sunday morning. Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, and when you leave here, we'll both have like most of our day left,
Yeah,
right? But we
Yeah.
got a lot of shit accomplished already.
Yeah,
I like the Sunday morning.
two podcasts banged out in one morning.
Yeah. I
too
used to
shabby.
record in the evenings, and you'll remember this, right? With beer and all that stuff. And
Yep.
it just I don't know, man. It's way different when you add alcohol or add anything into it. I'm digging the mornings.
Yeah, I'm down with either one. I'm not much of a morning person, but that's just like my get up and go isn't there.
It's why I do it, because I'm not a morning person either, Steve.
Yeah?
At all. But I going into this year, I said, I want to get up early on Sunday mornings. I want to, because my Sundays were, sleep until like, 9:30, 10 o'clock, maybe even 10:30. Don't get out of bed till 11. And then the day's half gone. So I wanted to try to eliminate that this year. And it's working out pretty good so far.
Yeah,
Getting shit done on Sunday.
there you go.
Yeah.
On the Lord's Day.
On the Lord's Day.
I'm working on the Lord's Day.
Jesus Christ. Are you a religious guy, Steve?
Not at all.
Good stuff. All right.
Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
No, atheist all the way.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way to be.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I haven't heard any convincing arguments.
Well, this is it. I got to see something. You got to show me something.
Yeah.
Jesus comes down, maybe I change my mind.
Anything. And don't give me any of that fucking you can't prove it's not. Well, okay. You can't prove I don't have a dragon.
Right. It's that same argument, right? Spaghetti monster.
I have a dragon.
Yeah, I believe in the spaghetti monster in space. It's it's the same thing. Now,
I
there's
have
not
a
a
dragon.
book.
He picks me up. He flies me to work every day.
Right.
You can't prove he doesn't.
You got to lay off the edibles, bud. Jesus Christ. Or share them at least.
Yeah, well,
you got to share them.
I'll share.
Yeah.
Here you go. Have some. Eating's a good survival technique.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah, it is true. We haven't taken a call from the audience yet.
Oh, right.
You want to take some calls?
I do.
Take a few calls to see who's on the line. We've got.
Do we need to pause this to set that up?
No. We just.
Oh, okay.
We just.
You listen.
We just go right to the callers.
Let's do it.
It's cool. The phones are all lit up here.
Let's get
at
the
them.
first caller in. I'm ready.
Look at all the lights. Okay.
Well, talk to somebody.
Jeremy from South Dakota.
Hi, is this Steve Fudge?
Yes, it is. Welcome to Sanitary Handshake.
What's it called?
Sanitary Handshake. You called us.
This is Steve Fudge?
Yeah, it still is.
I think I got the wrong number.
Okay.
But
Okay, I don't know how he got past our screener. And
Dude, are they all going to be like that?
It's a possibility. I don't know who's on the line.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's lit up. Wait,
just-
like you just fuck. Okay.
All I get is the name and where they're from. And
Oh.
then, yeah. Do you want? We can pick which one goes next, though. If you
I want
wanna
that
pick
one.
You want to pick the next one?
Yeah, I want that one.
Sarah in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Oh, God love her.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I on the air, guys?
You're on air.
I love you guys.
Okay. Well,
I'm your biggest fan, Mark Splude.
how big are you?
But I didn't mean that.
Okay. But are you on the bigger side?
Yeah.
No, listen, no shame in it. I love food too, but I just want to know who I'm talking to here. What's your favorite food?
I really like kale.
Kale. We could be all done doing business here.
I like to put it on top of roast beef.
Yeah, see, you're the kind of vegan I enjoy talking to. I like that. I dated a girl once who was a quote-unquote vegetarian, and her favorite thing was the veggie burger with extra bacon, which I really appreciate.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you eat veggie burgers as well?
No, as long as there's meat on it.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have a question for myself or Mark?
I
Splude?
love you guys.
That's not a question.
Okay, thank you. It's not a question at all. Could you maybe form it into a question?
Do I love you guys?
Well, I think,
That's already been covered.
dude, are they all going to be like this?
Yeah, sorry, you gotta go. We're dropping Sarah.
Jesus Christ.
Let's try. Who do we got?
What about this guy? What is?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Hey,
Who's on this one?
You're on the air. This one's it's blank. Why is it blank?
Hello.
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 Hi. Okay, you're on the air. Who do we got?
What air?
What's your name, sir?
I'm on what air?
The air.
My name is what air?
Oh, your name.
What air?
Your name is Water.
What air?
Walter.
What air am I on?
What? Your last name's am I
What
on?
air?
The?
What air? Is me. That's my name. What air are you on?
I'm not on anything. I'm just having a glass of water.
Go fuck yourself.
That did not go well.
No.
That's-
No, it did not.
How many callers do you take?
It's our choice, really.
Is it?
I mean, the phones are lit up. We can have another one, or we can fuck off.
You know
It
what?
doesn't
Let's
matter.
try one more.
Okay.
Let's try one more. What do we got? Who's on this line here?
Let's see. That says Tim.
Tim Apple?
I hope it's Tim
I
Apple.
hope it's Tim Apple.
I don't know. Where does it say? Where's Tim from? Where's our screener? Where's Tim from? Hold on. Yeah, where's... It doesn't say where Tim's from.
Who's running this fucking show?
Oh, some asshole.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, young Jamie.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. Just get Tim on here.
All right, let's go, Tim.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Tim.
Yes, hi.
Hi. Is this Tim Apple?
No, not an apple.
Not. You're an apple, all right.
Oh, it's a big apple, huh?
Is that where you're calling from? You calling from the Big Apple, Tim?
No, I'm from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Well, that's close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah,
What's on your mind here, Tim?
I was just curious. What's your writing process?
Oh, Jesus. Seriously?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
Big fan. First time caller, long time listener. But I do have a question though. When you're eating the hot peppers, have you ever eaten a hot pepper and then gone down on your significant other?
Wow, that's a little bit of a personal question there,
I
Tim.
hope it's not too personal.
Well, no, it's not. Listen, we're not going to rule anything out here on Sanitary Handshake.
It's getting spicy.
It is getting a little spicy. Wow, you know what's funny? I had Trevor Muxworthy on my podcast last week, and we were talking.
Fruvis.
Yeah, we were talking about how you can sometimes transfer your high, like an LSD high, by touching someone else.
Oh, like one of those lamps.
Yeah, like one of those lamps. So this is kind of a similar situation. So would the vagina burn if you were to eat? I think this is what Tim's getting at.
Yeah, exactly, guys.
Right.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for clearing that up.
That's what I'm wondering.
You're right.
Okay, thanks, Tim.
Jesus Christ. I can't remember specifically that ever happening in my life. What about you, Steve?
No, I've never done that with someone after eating hot peppers, so I can't actually answer your question. I'm sorry to say. I would,
Ill-advised thing to try.
I would think not do it because if I can do the transfer from hand to skin, I would imagine if I got a mouthful of pepper, it stays with you for a while unless you've had a thorough brushing.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, guys. Bye.
Tim coming from Connecticut.
Okay, Tim from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Let's throw an R in that word too. Connecticut. Well, that was an interesting segment. You've got quite the listenership here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
They're all
it's
fucking weirdos.
Jesus Christ. And you're a little abusive to them, I find.
Yeah, well,
Yet they keep calling.
You get a lot of prank calls.
Was that now? That's Sarah from
Get sick
Halifax.
of
Was that? Isn't she the host of the
People ask you.
Intoxicated podcast? Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that one.
I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a comic. I know there's a female in Halifax who does a podcast called Intoxicated,
No, I've never heard of this one.
and you just get fucking drunk as shit with her and have a podcast. I guess is the
That sounds
format.
fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check it out.
There's someone who's I think at least like moderately famous also does a drunken podcast. The same idea.
Yeah, from
Mac,
a hot tub or something, isn't it?
Maybe Tub 'em with Tosh,
Yeah.
but I can't even remember what it was called. But Mac DeMarco was on one time, and it's this girl who gets drunk with them. They do shots.
Yeah, right. Is it enjoyable? Because
No, I didn't like her personality.
yeah, right. The host's personality.
The host's personality.
Yeah.
She kept hitting on him, and he kept saying his girlfriend was just over there.
Oh no,
And she wasn't having it. She kept hitting on him anyway still.
that's a little uncomfortable.
And she was like, maybe after we'll do something. And he's going, yeah, I remember a minute ago when I said my girlfriend's like right over there.
Yeah, can you
That
not
was-
text this shit to me discreetly?
It was kind of my way of saying no, and I was trying to be nice and let you down easy, but
Sure.
yeah.
What's going on with you romantically, Steve? Here I am asking the questions
I
on
got
your podcast.
nothing.
You got nothing going on right now?
I got nothing.
Well, you know what? That's good. You got to fucking focus on pinball.
Yeah, women don't
You
make
need
sense
any-
to me. I don't understand them, and I don't know how to relate to them, and I don't know how to attract them.
Yeah. Who knows what the fuck they're doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's even worse nowadays. I can't imagine being single nowadays, looking to get out dating and stuff. It's a fucking dangerous climate out there.
Yeah, it used to be a day when you could assume their gender.
Right. Yes. Hello, ma'am? Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you can't even do that. So I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well,
got
that's
nothing.
good. I want you to be focused on pinball right
I
now.
really
anyway.
got to focus on the pinball.
Yeah, women make the legs weak. That's
Yeah.
what Mickey told me way back in the day.
I don't know if our listeners know that I'm the pinball champion of New Brunswick.
What do you mean? Your own listeners don't know what kind of superstar you are.
Well, I like to think they're big fans of everything I do.
You'd think they'd be following you a little bit. You know, this is the biggest news in your life probably in the last 5 years, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. I'm making a big deal out of it.
It is a big deal.
So
I can't wait to see this
for anyone
documentary.
listening who doesn't know, I'm doing
Yeah.
a documentary film about pinball, and hopefully my trip to Vegas to represent New Brunswick in the North American Pinball Championships, because I am recently crowned New Brunswick Pinball Champion.
Man, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. And now,
Going to Vegas, baby.
the people in your league, are they all as fucking gung ho as like do they play like what how much pinball are you playing currently?
I play it often.
Like every
often.
day? Are you playing daily?
No, I can't afford
Can't
to play
squeeze
daily.
it in daily. Yeah.
Can't afford to.
Right. Yeah, but you're a wizard, though. You only need 1 quarter, right? That's all you need.
California.
But that's not but that's not how it works, right?
Right.
Where you go, you got to buy a beer. It's a process, right?
Yeah, and
it's not just a quarter anymore.
It gets pricey. Basically, our local barcade, you buy a beer and then you can play whatever you want for a while. But so yeah, etiquette: buy a drink, play games for free, except for pinball. Pinball's $1 each.
$1
each play.
Okay, now hold on a second here. Okay, we talked about Markade, the guy who owns the place where you go on a regular basis.
Yeah, I love Markade.
Listen, man, you've put this guy on the fucking map. You're representing our province for playing his fucking games.
That's right.
Should he not be letting you fucking play nonstop for free whenever the hell you want leading up to this Vegas trip?
Well,
I mean, I'm going to have to get Markade on my podcast and hold his feet to the fucking fire on this.
Now,
Can we
you
get a
know what?
sponsorship in any way?
Oh well, I got that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Who's sponsoring you?
83 Barcade.
Oh, so they are sponsoring
They
you,
are
but you
sponsoring
can't
me.
play for free.
No.
What kind of shit is this?
No.
He doesn't want to show any preferential treatment
Right.
to the guy who's the best at it in the fucking province. I don't know. Something about that doesn't sit right with me, Steve.
You know what though? He's helping me get to Vegas.
Well, that's good. And he is a staunch businessman. That's how he continues to stay open.
Yeah.
Now, does he still have his shit open over on the west side in the mall?
I don't
Does he
know.
got
I'm
that
gonna
laser
have
tag
to
and shit
ask him.
going?
I'm not sure if he does still have that going.
Yeah. That's where I met him, through laser tag.
That's where I first met him as well. Was through Rob and I would go just play games.
Yeah, right. Well, he had the traveling arcade, and we got him out to our house for my son's birthday party, where he had this fucking huge van set up with all these games inside, outside, every fucking console you can imagine. All the kids could play the same game at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Had all
pretty
the-
cool.
Man, have you seen the setup he's got?
No, but he told me about it.
Oh, yeah, man. It was fucking amazing. I don't know if he still does that kind of thing, but that's where we first met him.
Oh, he still
And-
does it. The day that the CTV interviewed me about the documentary film, he wasn't able to be at the barcade, but he let us use the location.
Oh, okay, because he was out with the van.
Because he was out with the van.
Nice.
Doing the travel thing.
That's a brilliant business idea, man. Bring the fucking games to the people.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Definitely. Super nice guy, too.
Yep.
I feel like I've hijacked your podcast.
Oh,
here. I've
man,
been
that's what I
asking
want.
all the
That's what I
questions.
want. You can ask questions. What are you doing in comedy lately?
Man, I'm not doing too much in comedy lately. It just seems like I continue to take long breaks in between sets.
Oh, I've been doing the same.
Long breaks, and in 2018, it was on purpose. I took from April to September off,
Yeah,
just
I
to
remember that.
retool.
Yep.
Write some new shit. Came back and did, I think, 5 or 6 sets, and then did nothing after December 1st. Shane Ogden and I just went to Lunenburg weekend before last. I did a great show up there at the Grand Banker, but it was my first show in 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I got nothing. So here's the deal with me right now. I have nothing booked as far as local shows and stuff. But I did just get accepted into the Fringe Festival.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll be doing 5 1-hour shows
Yeah.
in August.
Just you, or are you going to have an opener? What are you doing?
I'm actually going to get my wife to introduce me.
Cool.
So I'm going to get her. Basically, the idea is to get her to go up and say what kind of terrible person I am, how badly adjusted I am, all of my flaws, basically, and then get her to introduce me as. So here's my husband, Mark Splude.
There you go.
That's the joke, right? She married me or whatever.
Right.
And then I'm going to do 50 to 55 minutes of stand up that I have not
Nice.
written yet.
Well, you still have some time. When's the festival? August?
August 19th through 24th.
Yeah, so that's the Fundy Fringe Festival. Look for Mark Splude this summer.
I don't have the venue yet. I'm not sure what that process is. I just put in. I put in for it on the very last day.
Yeah.
Just as a whim. Just what? I'll throw it in there. I probably won't get it. Didn't have any expectations.
And you got the acceptance?
And I got the acceptance.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. When's the thing where you go showcase your little preview thing?
I'm not sure. I think that might be maybe a week before the event.
Oh, really? I thought it was...
Maybe it's further out than that. I'm not sure. You would probably know more because
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You were in the same thing I was.
I was, yeah. The whole band production, man. That was a ton of fun, man.
That was a blast.
Ton of fun. So many great songs came out of that.
Yeah.
Like really good songs.
Yeah, we're ridiculous.
Yeah. You know,
John Forward's still using one.
I know,
for
and
the- for
John's
his-
not my favorite person right now, but having said that, I love that fucking song.
What happened between you and John?
Well, I don't want to fucking get into that
Okay,
bullshit.
you don't have to.
We're not fucking getting into that. It's minor, it's nothing, it's you know, I don't hold any grudge or anything like that. It's just, you
That's
know,
good.
sometimes people aren't meant to be friends.
Yeah, that
You
can
know,
happen.
but you can be acquaintances, you can be civilized, you know,
Yeah.
all that shit.
So it's civil then, at least.
Yo, at least on my part, absolutely. I believe on John's part. I've never heard anything bad he said about me, you know.
Good.
And people talk around here, right? It's a
Yeah,
comedy
they do.
scene.
I've heard nothing.
You know, telephone, telegram,
This is
telecomic.
it's news to me. You saying it to me.
Yeah, well, there you go.
What?
That's how little it matters, right? So,
okay.
But anyway, so I got the Fringe. That's coming up. Really excited for that. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually using the Fringe like a dirty hooker. I've actually been asked to headline Chuckles Comedy Club again this September.
Nice.
And, you know, so I planned on bringing brand new material for that. But then I thought to myself, well, how am I'm going to have to sign up for a whole bunch of fucking shows, you know, to tune up this new material.
Yeah. Work out your set.
Yeah, so I think this is great because it's a month before that Chuckles gig, and I'm going to be able to try it out 5 fucking times, tighten it up along the way, you know, and have it ready for when I go to an actual comedy club. Because the thing is, you know what it's like for these fringe festivals. It's not the best stand-up crowd, right? It's a theater crowd for the most
it's a
part.
theater crowd.
Yeah, and when we did that Hoveland thing, John Arf and I did, I think 7 minutes each of stand-up
Yep.
within that production. And weird responses, man. You know, you got a lot of laughs, sometimes got complete silence. It's just, it's a weird crowd.
Yeah,
So-
because they treat it like you're doing a monologue rather than
like it's
stand-up
an-
comedy.
Yeah, like it's like a quote-unquote act, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't describe myself
Oh,
as.
he's doing a soliloquy.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
yeah.
he's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You're allowed to laugh. Like,
Yeah.
you're allowed to react.
So I don't have a lot of expectations for getting, you know, a ton of huge laughs. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm keeping my expectations low for that show, and I'm really just using it to build, you know, my
Build
set.
your set for Chuckles.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I turned down a couple shows last weekend. A couple promoters reached out, but I don't feel like I have much brand new stuff to say.
Yeah.
I'm a little bored of the old stuff, even though it's not really that old. It's still, you know, I'm kind of a fucking weird guy that way.
Yeah, I have a problem with that too. I don't like presenting the same material to the same people.
Yeah.
So I cycle my material maybe too often. I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause I see
Or you
you-
end up not doing shows, right? Turning them down, going, nah, I got nothing fucking new to say.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I still like all my material,
Oh, me too.
but I have a giant fear of getting no response because half the audience has already seen it.
Has heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already heard it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do that set because,
Yeah. And then you start to hate those jokes when they're good fucking jokes, you know. But at some point, you got to let that shit go, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I love all my stuff. And that's the trick when you write a bit that fucking kills, you don't want to give it up because you want to kill every time.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you don't feel like you're going to kill every time because if you're in a place where you might have the same audience again who's already seen the bit,
Yeah. It's not going to kill
it's not
this
going
time.
to kill
Yeah.
because they've already heard it.
That's right. Yeah. You can't.
So even if they still like the material, you're not getting the response you want because they've already heard it.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, man, I'm of the belief that you get better as a comedy writer every day. So I don't hold on to that old stuff because I believe that I'm going to write something better somewhere in the future. It might not be this set in particular.
Yeah.
I might, you know, if I write, because I've done this before. I force myself to do new material. Okay, I got a show coming up. It's got to be new material. I usually write it 2 or 3 days beforehand.
Same here, if not the day of.
Right, if not the day of. And then
Which I got to stop doing that.
But you bring it up and maybe you get some laughs, but after that you edit it and
Yeah.
it may only be 2 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
drop the fat, keep the meat.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. So I got to go through that whole fucking process again. But I'm not real, I don't know, man. I'm not driven to go out to the open mics and shit a lot right now. So I'm hoping I get a couple more bookings as I continue to write this stuff. I hope I get some paid bookings and, you know, fucking do them there.
Oh, paid
And,
bookings.
yeah, and
what
I
are
know
those?
And I know, you know, the funny thing is, man, I've been hearing a lot of stuff recently about, you know, how people shouldn't do that. You shouldn't try new material on a booked paid gig. And I guess for the most part, I sort of agree with that, except when it comes to me. It's always been the way I've done it. And it's, you know, for the most part been successful for me.
I do
think
half
need that
and half.
danger,
When
you know?
when I get those kind of gigs, I'm the same way. I do agree with that notion that it should be more practiced and tried material that's worked.
And I agree too. I do.
And because that's a good process. It's absolutely a good idea. But so I will do at least half, but then slip in some new stuff anyway, because sometimes
the juice, man, you need that. Like for me, it's the juice. It's a risk.
Yeah.
And it's what drives me in comedy.
Yeah, same here. I want to try the joke, see if it works.
Yeah.
And so I will slip new stuff into a prepared, like polished routine as well.
Yeah.
I'll still slip in some new stuff and see if it works. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just repeat the same material over and over and over.
Yeah. No, I hate that shit. And
I
like
love
for me,
trying new stuff.
I've never been that guy to do that. And that's another line of thinking, right? Like start with what works, put your new stuff in the middle, end with what works.
Yes.
Right? And I've never, if I'm sitting down to write a new bit, that's the bit I'm presenting. I'm not gonna, I'm just weird that way. I don't want to, if I'm writing this new bit, I won't take an old joke and put it in there. Unless it's an old joke from a bit I've only done once.
Yeah.
Because I've done that often too. Go, oh, you know what? This would be perfect for that joke I never use. I can drop that in there. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But as far as mixing up sets, I think it's probably because, Steve, that I write in themes almost.
I do as well. So I also don't like to put something from another set into a different set because they both have a theme that's completely different from each other.
Yeah, and it feels like you're shoehorning it in there for,
Right.
just to fill time.
And it doesn't fit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my process. And when I say theme, I usually, I'm mostly writing from my own personal experience, right? Because I hate the idea of someone already has that joke.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes I'll write a punchline within my personal experience, but I'll run right to Google if I think it's, maybe like that's a good joke. Someone's definitely thought of that before. And try to Google it and find, try to not copyright it.
Yeah, see if it's already out there.
Yeah.
I don't mind burning a joke or just taking it out of my set if I find out somebody famous has already said it.
Or even close to it. Anything
Yeah,
even
or
close to
something
it?
similar enough. It's happened to me before. I had a joke that I've been saying for years, ever since my second boy turned 7. He's 13 now.
Right.
So I've had this joke
Pretty old
since
joke.
then.
Yeah.
It's an old joke. The joke was my first kid, when I asked him around when he was 7 what he wants to be when he grows up, he said he wanted to be a video game designer.
Right.
I was like, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nurse
I can
that.
get behind that.
Here's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm nursing your dreams.
My boy was playing it at 7.
There you go.
8 for sure.
And then when my second boy turned 7, I asked him what he wanted to be when he grows up. And he said he wanted to be an actor or a director.
Oh, nice.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
just
who
as
are,
good.
Who are these kids? This is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
These are really cool things. You know what
Yeah,
I
but think
wanted
about
to be?
it. But think about it though. Look at their dad.
Right.
Right. What does he do? Both those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what I wanted to be when I was 7?
What'd you want?
A robot.
A robot. Well, it's tough to make money.
Right. So then I saw this guy. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember. This is a guy who really plays up that he's Italian.
Ray Romano.
No, Santiago. Does that sound familiar to you?
A local guy?
No, a famous guy.
Oh, okay. Santiago? I don't know. Maybe. You might be thinking of Sebastian Maniscalco. Is that his name?
Maniscalco.
Yeah.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah. I love Sebastian.
Saw him in Montreal. I don't like him.
Oh, you saw him live?
I saw him
he's not
live.
for everybody, dude. But that kind of comedy really speaks to me. I love that arrogant over the top.
I don't mind the arrogance. I didn't.
But he's like Bill Burr on crack.
I didn't
that
like
way.
his jokes, and he does some like physical movements that have nothing to do with his jokes, and I don't know why he's doing them.
Right.
And I can't not see it when he does it. So it overtakes the joke for me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Aren't you embarrassed?
he was just fucking introducing a guy, and he goes, "This guy has wanted to be a stand-up comedian since he was 6 years old. You know what I wanted to be? A fire truck." And I
well-
went, "What? Oh, that's my joke."
Oh, it's way different though, dude.
It's a little different.
Yeah, that's quite different.
But
yeah, essentially, the joke at its core,
It's too similar.
It's the same laugh.
Yeah,
right?
it is
hits
the same joke.
button. Yeah,
in the end, it's the same joke. It's like the same end part.
yeah,
And so I just dropped it. I don't do that joke anymore.
yeah. And you gotta be willing to let your shit go.
Well, yeah,
You know?
I'll write more shit.
Yeah, exactly. You'll
not-
write more shit, and it'll be better now.
Yeah,
you know?
I see a lot of people just like, oh, but I love the joke and I don't want to drop it. Like, I totally didn't steal it from him. It's parallel thinking, but should I drop it or should I keep it? I want to keep it.
Always drop it.
Like, fucking drop it, dude. Just write more jokes.
Always drop it. You know, before I ever met Shane Ogden, I had written a bit about hashtags, right?
Yeah.
And the bit was about hot knives,
Oh, I knew this one.
right? And I saw a promo video. Once I learned about Shane, I saw a promo video, and he has his hashtag joke in there.
Yeah.
And it's about hot knives.
Right.
Parallel thinking. Never met the man before. Never seen his act or anything. And it was just something that was in my notes. And the first thing I did is went in my notes and I just deleted it altogether. Right? I'd never told the joke, never tried it, just something in my notes. I deleted it immediately. Too fucking close. It was so eerily identical. It's so strange.
Yeah, and that's how
Parallel
that's
thinking.
how I felt about this this one from Maniscalco.
Yeah.
I was like, that's too similar.
Yeah.
And he might have even just said that on the fly, introducing the
Yeah,
guy.
exactly. He could have just pulled it out of his ass at the time.
Could have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, you're right. At the core, it's the same joke.
So I just went, okay, I don't perform that joke anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah. That's good, man. It's a good practice to let shit
Yeah.
fucking go like
Write
that.
new
you
jokes,
know?
whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. It's not hard. You're a comic.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Drop it.
Yeah. Write jokes.
Stop,
Keep moving.
Stop holding on to these stuff, you fucking hoarders.
When I was coming up, I got real hot on the one bit. I call it the "You're Good" bit, I guess. It was a very successful bit for me, and I struggled letting that go. In fact, that Villains of Comedy poster that we were talking about behind you before,
Yep.
I brought it back for that show, and it's the thing that did the least well on that show, and I fucking hated doing it. And that's the last time I ever did. I'll never fucking do it again.
So that's when you drop it.
That's when I dropped it.
Yeah.
I fell out of love. The audience could feel that I wasn't feeling that anymore. And, the audience matches your energy, right? A lot of people miss that.
Yeah.
The audience will always match your energy.
It's you do need to take control as far as that's concerned. You want to have a connection with them.
Absolutely. And they feel everything you're doing up there. And on that night with that bit.
And that doesn't mean crowd work, people. It
No.
doesn't mean do crowd work.
No,
it just
it doesn't.
means like but you needed to feel like you're with them.
With them. Yeah, man. I've been preaching about this quite a bit lately, actually. Like, the connection with the crowd could just be eye contact with one person. That could bring the whole crowd in, right? There's so many different ways you could do it.
Yeah.
This show in Lunenburg, it was Andrew Vaughn hosted. Matt Richardson was on it. Then it was me, then Shane Ogden. So Andrew Vaughn gets up, kills the fucking crowd, crushes, but it's high energy the whole time, like bordering on manic, right? Matt Richardson gets up and does the same thing. And I'm sitting there going, well, that's what I do. I'm always full fucking energy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, they just went through, a half hour of this and it was all killer. Both guys crushed absolutely crushed. But I thought this audience may be a little fatigued with this level of energy. So I made the conscious decision when I went up, I was going to slow everything right down. I didn't speak for like the first minute and a half. I was up there. I was just kind of making, giving them looks, looking at people, smiling, right? I had the mic and I had my beer up there, but I didn't say a fucking word and just slowed everything down and just gradually built my energy up from there. Because they do, man. The crowd gets fatigued at that kind of energy.
Yeah, you give them the wave. You give them the peaks and valleys.
Yeah, man. Because you want them to dance a little, right?
Yeah,
but
well,
if you got them fucking breakdancing the whole time,
Right.
you're gonna lose them.
The whole show is like an album.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be up, 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 up the whole time.
No, definitely not. And
Every song from the start is at high energy.
yeah. Well, that's why cock rock. That's why they started putting ballads into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get those power ballads.
Go
and it
up,
changes
and then
the
you
flow.
drop it down.
Yeah.
Take the emotion down.
Yeah, and then back up.
And then bring it back up.
Yeah.
And then drop it back down again. Bring it back up at the end.
Yeah, and then so I made a conscious effort that, a lot of my punches, I deliver them with high energy because I want the audience to match that and give me that response. But I made a conscious decision when I get to a really aggressive, energetic place for my punchline, I'm going to drop it down. And it worked like a fucking charm, dude. I learned so much from doing that set. It was ridiculous. I was a little nervous 3 months out of the game. But yeah, I was able to take that opportunity to fucking learn. And more often than not, when you do well, it's difficult to learn anything in comedy.
Yeah.
Unless you're really striving to. You know?
Yeah, because when you're doing well, that's not what you're thinking about. You're just really enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
But when you're not sure how you're doing and you're trying to get to the doing well spot, I find that you pay more attention to it.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
The worst feeling in the world is when you're up there
but you-
trying shit.
But you do learn some shit.
Oh, you definitely do. But yeah, I remember the last time at Yucks, I did a spot there. I closed out a show that was fucking probably 7 hours long, and the crowd fatigue was obvious. And I got up there doing stuff that I had, recently been fucking crushing with. So I went up with all this confidence, a piece of cake, walk in the park, I'm killing with this stuff. And as I got into it, I was not getting the response. And that feeling is it's the worst fucking feeling in the world.
Sure is. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that material's dead.
Oh,
but
no, but
it means maybe deliver it slightly different at the next place.
Yeah.
Maybe tweak it here and there.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to contemplate suicide laying in bed tonight. A lot of maybes in there.
A lot of maybes.
Yeah.
A lot of maybes. Maybe we should wrap this up. And
Well, you're in charge.
mainly because I got to use the bathroom.
Sure.
We can't pause on this show.
It's the best way. That's right. That's right.
No, we totally could pause. But it is getting long. And I think this is the longest one I've done. And I've loved every second of it.
Oh, nice. Oh, fuck. We did over an hour already.
Yeah. And,
Jesus
and I thank
Christ.
you for being on my Sanitary Handshake show, Mark Splude. Got anything to plug?
No, I have nothing to plug. I just want to try that handshake one more time.
All right.
Ready?
Wait. The Spludecast.
Oh, yeah. Check out the Spludecast. I got another podcast too, the Scrapcast. It's an MMA podcast.
You don't
It's on
Twitter or anything, eh?
Nah, I don't. I'm on there, but I think Wifey runs it. I
Okay.
haven't.
Where do you
been
find
on
where do you find the Scrapcast?
iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud.
Is it separate
that
from
shit.
Spludecast?
It's same feed.
Okay.
Yeah, exact same feed.
you can
It's
find
on
them both.
hiatus right now, but it's coming back.
But there's a backlog of them
Week of
anyway.
April. Yeah, there's like 46 or 7 episodes.
Yeah, dude. If you guys
there's all
haven't
kinds.
checked out the Spludecast and the Scrapcast, go do that.
Yeah, check me out.
Cool.
Check
Let's
me
do
out.
this handshake.
Let's do it. Ready? I fucked it up. One more time. One more time. Ready? Ready? No, I'm done.
You know what's happens? We didn't acknowledge each other as doctors yet.
Oh, that's why I can't hold my hands properly.
That's right. Because
Thank you for having me on, Doctor.
Thanks for being on, Doctor. So fucking sanitary.
Thanks, Steve.
I concur.
I pat my back just to pass the time, 'cause I love myself.